Hello Infernoble friends. So recently I went to a regionals and I finished 12th place. Honestly, I think we could have won because the two matches that I lost were due to misplays on the game display and on some ruling that I didn't know. But we will get to that in a bit. Anyway, so the deck list is really amazing and I'm gonna showcase it, leak it, because I have some GUU. But first, a quick recap of the matchups. Match 1, we win 2-1 against Scarilo Kashira. Not too much to say. Even though we win dice, he hand trapped 3 times in game 1, so we don't combo, but we still won that game. Then round 2 against Flander, he was top 4 at my nationals, so he's a good player. He FTK us. Game 2, he drawed, but we still end on 3 interruptions and win. Game 3, he full combo with Harvey Feather Storm, and we won even though he had that. Thanks to Baguska. Yeah. Round 3 against Pride, we lose 2-0. Horrible. Game 1, he full combo, like 6 interruptions with droplets, TTT and 4 engine. We could have break the whole board and combo in main phase 2, but we did a small misplay in the main phase 2, so we didn't end clearing all the interruptions, but we could. That's the important part. Like, the deck allowed us to win a game where we had those 6 interruptions. And game 2, he shifted and Ash, so we couldn't do anything. I mean, we made Baguska, but it wasn't enough. So round 4 against YC's winner, he's called Bumpy in our country. He was playing going second Kastira, so he won dice, but we went first. We full combo and had hand knowledge because of Dolphin, and he top deck Lava Golem. Destroyed the board. He didn't have enough gas, so he only ended on Shangri-La. So turn 3 we OTK still. Game 2, he shifted with Baguska. He impermanents Baguska. He prosperity into field. We know that's game, so we don't waste time. Game 3, Museum, Ruby Knot, Red Layer, Oliver, Phoenix Blade. Keep in mind those 5 pieces. We ended on double Charlemagne and Gearfrit through the draw and a possible and maybe Impermiviru. He didn't have, but we play around those. So if you wanna know that combo line or another combo line that I'm gonna explain later on, just ask me for my coaching sessions. Yeah, we win because he only had engine after the draw. Round 5 against Trains, we get a game loss. Why? Because I didn't know about this. So this is my deck box. It's really cool. Opens like a dice would open. But I didn't know that we need to have only our official cards main extra side on the deck box. I didn't know, so I had my cards to trade, to sell in a different part. So here was my main deck. But because of this, I got a game loss. So just so you know, this is an important rule. We need a deck box that only holds our official stuff. So even I should bring a small one, or I should keep this empty. Yeah. Now you know this rule. So a game loss, but it was still winnable, you know, because game 2 we full combo. Dolphin ripped twice his engine. It was Trains, but we didn't open Dolphin. We didn't open connector. Still ripped 2. Game 3, I withdrawal. He de-barriers. Despite the de-barrier and another interruption, like the guy who pops everything, the level 10 guy, we could have won, but we misplay with the TTT. Should have take. We risk drawing 2 pieces and didn't work. But we did that because we wanted to OTK, because when we lost a lot of time on the deck check, like we lost maybe 7 minutes. They said time extension 3 minutes, something like that. So we were really short of time. But if I didn't misplay with TTT, we could have won that, despite a game loss. Okay, without the game loss, it was a sure win. Okay, so round 6 against dinosaurs, full combo versus no hand drop. He tries to bait stuff, but we hold the spell sharp negates for the board breakers because we know the matchup, so we win. Game 2, we draw. He ends on 4 interruptions still, and we lose because he made us think that he didn't have draw. Like, we searched and he didn't draw. So later on we did another search where he draws, and that paid off infinitely for him. We were winning if he used draw at the first instance. So I think he misplayed and got away with it. I don't think he was that visionary to realize, no, I gotta hold my draw. No. But yeah, we lose game 2, game 3. Keep in mind this. Heritage, Durendal, Ricardero, double Renault. against draws and impermanence. We end on Charlemagne Fleur, and if you wanna know how, ask, and we win with that. So at the end we ended 12th place. So yeah, that was like the quick recap. Now we can go on with the deck profile. Okay, so let's begin with the deck profile. First, we have 4 normal summons, but that's what people think, you know? Everybody's like, hey, you gotta play 3 ogres because you wanna have 6 normal summons. Well, that's a lie, because we actually have more than that. We have 5, 6, 7, up to 8 normal summons, yeah. If you don't consider these normal summons, then you are playing the deck wrong, because of course you don't want to normal summon these guys, don't get me wrong. But when you open them, you don't want to use Heritage Search Ogre, Durendal Search Renault, and just have these as bricks in hand. Of course you can special summon it from hand, but you can also normal summon it and it has value in graveyard, same as this. And Maugis, yeah, if you don't utilize it, then it is a brick. But trust me, you can utilize it and then use searchers in a different way. That's like the proper way to play the deck. So yeah, you should have up to 8 normal summons right here. So unless you wanna consider the bricks as bricks, then yeah, you shouldn't max out on this just because of that fact. After Age of Overlord, then this changes because the deck changes. But right now, yeah, consider these that as normal summons because sometimes they have to be. You know, sometimes you can Oliver pitch early, so this can normal summon and revive, or go in second. They could have milled something or discard something, and this could be a good normal summon. Or just normal summon and then banish it to summon anything from hand, yeah. Same as this. Like if you want to normal summon Ogre and then mill this because you don't have Renault access, it is pretty much the same as normal summon this and then put this into the graveyard, you know? And for Maugis, yeah, it sucks to draw it, but of course you want to normal summon, like if you don't have any of this, of course you want to normal summon this guy. So that's how we also utilize the bricks. And those are the normal summons of the deck. After that, we have the best extenders of the deck. First Heritage, then Rora, because any of like this can get us Ogre, this Ogre or Connector, but this can be a better extender if you get Museum, yeah, that's why. So yeah, this can be a normal summon or an extender depending on your hand. Now we have like the only extenders that are like not the starters, because these are not for normal summon. These are not Infernoble, but they have a good purpose. Why 3 red layer, Gianfranco? Are you crazy? No, this solves a lot of the deck's problem. Why? Because this can be paired with a bad normal summon and utilize it to make salt. A good normal summon, like Dolphin, Ogre, Connector, like this pairs with any normal summon. This can be paired with the extenders that needs a body on board, and that's Museum, Durendal, and Maze, so they can get you Ogre, a good normal summon. And then like just going second, it helps a lot because this can get mill or discard because of, you know, Tear Element or Chimera, so you actually get to utilize the effect to recover sometimes. Also, if you like want to break a board and then they Garden Chimera your board, they, I don't know, rage away your board, like a lot of time you actually get to utilize this to get this back and push going second. With Museum, you are beating Fenrir's left and right. Seals if Dragon Link is a problem for you. So yeah, this as a trio is a must, and especially because of a secret GUU that I have in the site that I'm gonna like leak it right now. I didn't show it before. And then yeah, this in case you get stop on Connector or on Isolde, like going second and you just want to make the second Isolde. Yeah, now we go with the rest of the extenders, like the monsters. So we opted to play 3 Renaults, but to be honest, you don't need 3. Like for the most part of the format, I was playing 12 non-engine in the main, so I was coding this and terraforming, and it was fine. Then I decided to go from 12 to 9 just because the format is so open that having 12 non-engine sometimes means that one of those non-engine is a brick, is dead against certain matchup. Just because of that, I decided to go to 9, and those 3 slots, yeah, decent terraforming. So right now I'm on 3 Renault, but that was not always the case. And it was fine when I only had 1. And post Age of Overlord, yeah, you could get away with 1 again. Oliver, because it's searchable, you only need 1. Yeah, the 1 gear fit. With this card, everybody that wanna play 3, man, I have 3, I would love to play 3, but it's not needed. Because this is not 1 card combo. There is not a 2 card combo with this and anything else that lets you full combo with this protecting your board. this needs a 3-card combo. So this and 2 other pieces could be a Searcher, an Ogre, to be able to have Isolde or Angelica, and this protecting. Guess what? There's already a lot of 3-card combos that let you have full combo with Guild-Free Protect in the board, without having to hard open this guy, just because you can mill it and recover it, mill it and DDR it back, I don't know. So yeah, if you wanna play this because, oh, help's going first, yeah, you don't need it. Like, the 3-card combos doesn't have to be this and 2 other, could be just 3 different ones. And going second, yeah, this is a board breaker, yeah, but you could have another non-engine, a Droplets, a TTT is probably doing the job better. Like, a TTT is also good going first, you know? Sometimes this going first is not as good as drawing 2, so it is debatable. I highly suggest you to reevaluate playing 3 of these. So now we go with the fields. So I'm mainly terraforming. As I told you in my event, draw was everywhere, but mostly in the side deck. So once I realized it, I was siding this out in game 2 and 3. But if you fear drawing the main, then you just don't play it. If that's not the case, you of course play it because Museum is broken. It's a 1-card combo going second, keep that in mind. Okay, now for the equips. This is maybe the other controversial part. As you can see, we run 6 equips because that's the optimal number. If you wanna run a 7th, then you are just breaking yourself more than you should. And why not 3 Durandal, man? Everybody's on 3 Durandal. The YCS tab wasn't, yeah, you know what? Again, sorry if I sound controversial, but this is just the correct number. So you gotta put math on this and arguments on this, okay? Every time you don't have an argument and you just feel is right, feel is less is too much, sorry, 3 is too much, 1 is too little. Okay, this is not why we play 2, alright? We have to put math. So first, we needed 6 equips because more often than not with this and 4 museums, you are hard opening 1 because museum trades into an equip. So you open 1. Then you want to mill 4. Now you have, so you open 1, you mill 4, you have 1 in deck. Museum, because of Angelica, you get museum, you get to search 1. Okay, so you utilize 6 in 1 turn, more often than not. Yeah, because the mill 4 combo is the most popular one. If you don't have extenders, you mill 4. If you have extenders, also you sometimes mill 4, yeah. So 6 was the perfect number. So the idea should be that you have to run this 5 because you want 5 names. Of course, there were 3 that helps with museum, these 2 that help with a lot of combos and have synergy and whatnot. So after this 5, the 6th best was just the second name of Durandal. But that's the only reason of why we play 2. Once we get Angel Ring, this could easily be Angel Ring and we will have the same outcome. Alright, so yeah. Why not 3 Durandal? Because every time you open these, museums get worse. You know that when museum gets any of these guys, these are pseudo extenders. If you don't have the resource in the graveyard or vanish, then these are not extenders. So you don't want to make museum as pseudo extenders. You don't want to break on Durandal because it's just hard once per turn and only one of the effects. So yeah, there is no argument of why you want to run 3 Durandals. Consistency, yeah, look at how many Roras you have. If you utilize your Roras and your bad normal summons correctly, you should be getting away with not having Durandals because museum is just better. Alright, so yeah, that's the reason in the discussion and the argument. Yeah, and if you open 2 equips and you mill 4, yeah, that's why we have Maugis. Like, Maugis is so insane, like, maybe people didn't tell you why, but this is saving slots. So when I was on 1 Renault, thanks to Maugis, I didn't need to play the second Turpin, the second Almaze, or the second Renault. Like, when I was on 1 Renault, this was saving 3 slots. Right now, it is saving 2 slots. So by playing this, you can save slots in the main deck. And that's important because you want space for non-engine, alright? Also getting the draw is, yeah, super good because it can be up to 3 draws. If you set up correctly, you use the effect and leave it in the end board. So on the next turn, you cast it in the opponent's turn and get another draw. Then in your turn 3, you maybe add it at Oliver of Isolde, so you can easily equip, cast, draw a 3rd time. So yeah, it is insane. Anyways, now we have the final part, the non-engine. TTT, Droplet, Imperm. So for me, it's not that I was afraid of TTTs, that's why we don't run monster hand drops, no. It was that because I had 9 spaces, more often than not, you only draw 1 hand drop, not 2. That means that 1 hand drop for me is not doing the job. Like, I would have to bet on Nib or draw, and hopefully I hit the matchup where it is good but it could be dead. And for me, like 9 board breakers was good. This should have been eclipsed, but I wanted to have a good amount of hand drops post side, just in case I face a combo deck. So I didn't have space to put both Imperm and Eclipse, so I had to choose Imperm, and that's why it's in the main deck, because it has synergy with these other board breakers. So more often than not, you didn't use this as a hand trap here. Yeah, and it could have been Eclipse. So that's the main explanation, and yeah, these were insane. Not much to say there. Now we go to the extra deck. So first, like I already explained in my previous deck profile, this is like the mandatory stuff. 9 cards that you just have to run. Yeah, like, yeah, no questions asked. So we have 6 flex spots. What should this be? Like I already told you before, should be to solve the deck weakness, and that's going second. So we are playing these guys. That's what I choose. So you probably know Unicorn Access Code, not need to explain that. This, in case you didn't know, is just a better access code when you don't care about the attack, because they cannot imperm these, rescue ace trap these, smashers these, do pretty much anything to this, and you just clear the whole board. I don't use it to sit on a towers, it's a weak towers, okay? So it's just a pop 4 when they wanna like trade on like when they hold the interruption, they get punished by that. And then yeah, Baguzka Zeus, this was like the last minute choice, because this could have been Dweller in case of Dark Ruler, and I wasn't sure if Zeus would come up enough, but they paid off a lot, as I already explained how I beat Flounder with this. Also against Train, I could have ended on, if I used TTT correctly, I could have ended on Zeus plus Gearfit plus Droll, and that could have been enough. Yeah, Zeus also came up like breaking the sprite board. Yeah, what else? Baguzka, I think it came up also against Shifter. I mean, if they didn't have the out, so yeah, it was totally correct to play these guys. And then these guys, what I didn't want to tell you about before, but now that we have Age of Overlord coming here soon, I think I can leak this GUU, because again, I have more GUU. But this is what you should know. Red Layer plus Renault, Ricardero or Oliver is making this, and when this gets summoned to Reach Master, it's just a Charles, but in one chain, not 2. So you just summon it and try to pop anything. They have a Flanders Town, they chain it, you pop the bird doesn't trigger. Chimera Fusion, chain it, summon Golden Chimera, at Resolution, pop the Chimera, doesn't trigger. So it helps a lot breaking boards. They have to double set. You summon this, they chain, I don't know, Eclipse to set this, you just pop the other set. Yeah, it is super amazing going second. The whole format pre-bound list, I was destroying a Rise card with Engine just because I had this card, and nobody see this guy coming. They just see Red Layer and Renault, and they're like, oh, you cannot make Angelica, you're gonna make Isolde. I'm gonna trade on Isolde because that's gonna be a 1 for 2, because Isolde is like a 2 resource. But you just put this surprise factor, you get you get profit. So this card is insane. Yeah, that's the reason of why Red Layer is so insane, and you should be running 3, solving the normal summon problem. Would go in second because breaks boards, you know, by having 25, by recurring itself, and by making this guy. So yeah, after this guy, you can be like normal summon Ogier, Mill Turpin, equip it, make easy Fleur. Or normal summon Oliver, make easy Fleur. Yeah, keep destroying everything going second. So going second, the deck is not as bad if you prepare it for it. What about Appaloosa? As I explained on my previous profile, you don't need it. You just need to learn the good combo lines. You just need to be a good player. I didn't went into time. You don't need also a timed card. As you're going to see, I don't play a timed card. Yeah, Appaloosa saving brain power didn't came up too much for me because I already knew how to combo, how to freestyle. So yeah, if you get a good with Infernoble, you can cut Appaloosa and get away with it. That's my advice. Now the side deck, it was pretty good. So I have 2 nips just because I couldn't fit the third. Draw that was great. I mean, everybody was on it, and me too, and it paid off. And Ashes because I think like I wanted to main Ash, but if I draw as the only non-engine, it wasn't impactful enough. But both side, I'm planning to draw 2 non-engine, and then Ash it is good. Even if it's with this or with a board breaker, yeah, you just need to know where to utilize it. So this plus the Imper made 11 hand drops, so at least I was somehow covered from from heavy combo matchups. Yeah, after that we have 2 Trust. I couldn't get the third one in time, and I also wouldn't know what to cut. And then we have the Storm, the Duster, and then the other 2 Trust targets. This I didn't play Daruma because I was expecting more fusion stuff like Chimera and Tier, but I didn't face any of those at the end. But yeah, this was like a good side choice for my event, in my opinion. I didn't face purely, but still I had it just in case. Going second, blindsided, I was siding like this, maybe 1 Storm, 1 Duster, and the Ashes, and that was good enough. This could also be good blindside because if you're not against purely, like, you're gonna still like break something, you know? This is like a board breaker still at some capacity. So having this was really good, but the only time that I had Trust going first, I full combo anyway, so it wasn't useful. But it was there just in case. So yeah, I think these cards are good, but of course the side always depends on your event, on your meta call. I did utilize Storm, I think 1 or twice. Duster as well, but yeah, Trust or this, I didn't come up. I mean, the scenarios where those came up, I just didn't draw them, so they were a good decision. So I think my side was correct. I don't regret. I don't think, oh, I was missing this card. No, I just didn't have the opportunity to utilize everything. In regards to my main or extra, again, perfection. The GUU, I didn't get to utilize in this event. So yeah, could have been something else and it wouldn't hurt, but I don't need an Anapalooza. So I think going second was the move. I think covering the weakness pays off more than ensuring the combo. Oh, what about the Flame Swordsman, the Rathen, the Artorigo? Oh, don't make me laugh, man. The what's the other guy names? The Ignoble Lancelot. You just don't need those. You just need to learn the good combo lines, alright? As well as when you need to link office, oh, you waste your second. No, you just make Unicorn and spin it away. Trust me, you don't need a useless link there that is not a real interactions against good players, alright? The Flame Swordsman, you use Nip token and a warrior to make a warrior. Did you see what you're saying? I'm not talking about a specific person, but everybody's saying that. I mean, if you run a lot of normal summon hand traps, then maybe I can understand. You normal summon a hand trap, use a free body, I don't know, Evely. How to beat Evely? 3 red layers, you just search it. This doesn't lose to, oh, normal summon. They out your normal summon, you stay on Evely. No, you just tribute the Evely. Yeah, you don't lose that way. You don't waste space in the extra deck. Alright? What else? Flame Swordsman. Yeah, please don't do it. Like, pretty much all your warriors are fire anyways. Like, yeah, instead of normal summon Flame Lady and link this and anything else for a Flame Swordsman, this is already your Flame Swordsman, Fire Warrior, okay? Yeah, yes, please. With SP Knight, you're also solving that issue, but it wasn't never a real issue. But he is actually good, alright? So I don't think I have much to tell you. Artorigo, yeah, don't need it. Lancelot to play around the roll. Man, I was eating roll for breakfast, and like when I play around roll on purpose. So yeah, you don't need that card to play around the roll. Like you can still make 3, 4, 5 interactions depending on the hand. This is my advice, this is my take on the deck, and I think it's correct. If I didn't win, I think it was because of my misplay, not because of the deck building. I already said what needed to be said. So see you around.